Welcome to today's webinar. Today we're going to have some news and then we'll jump into some questions and answers. Common question that is coming all the time is, what is the Zoho partner? How can we be part of amazing business results? Very, very simple. When you are going to our website, okay, amazingbusinessresults.com, and you scroll to the bottom area, there will be a link here to our Zoho partner program. And on this page, we listed basically everything that you need to know about the Zoho partner program. When you're assigning us as a Zoho partner, it doesn't cost money and we are not taking advantage of your account in any way. We don't even have permission on your account. The only thing is, whenever you will have a problem with your account, probably you want a big brother watching your account and know what to do with the problem. When you have a Zoho partner, the Zoho partner and yourself will get notified on this problem, and therefore you have someone to talk to about it. And it doesn't cost money to be your Zoho partner. And if you have a question from time to time, no one is charging for you for it. You will only be charged, or you will get a quote whenever you ask for help, that is, building a script or do something for me. Otherwise, it's free of charge. We also try to help our customers and our tagged partners as much as we can with education. So we're sending emails with some tips and tricks and videos, and we try to educate people so they can benefit from their Zoho system as much as possible. So if that's an interest to you, you can go to this page, just fill in the details, and we'll send you an email with instructions of how to tag us as your partner. We got a good amount of requests from subscribers and people that are not our clients, but they're just on the channel. They're working with external developers. They have problems with their estimates because it starts with, $20 per hour, 5 hours, and eventually they pay $4,000 for the job. So they ask us for a way that we will try to explain to them how to price a project. So I created a video about it, and that will be loaded in the next few days to the channel. I have here the video. I uploaded it to the channel right now. Let me just see that it was processed. 1 second.
If you're looking for a CRM, get Monday.com.
Okay, let me do that. Yeah, it looked like it was uploaded. So I'm going to share with you a link to this video, and that will be on the chat. Everyone, good. So you have a video. If you want to access it before the rest, so you have a link and you can use it, no problem. Second thing is, last week I told people that we already opened a branch in the US, and the branch in the US will concentrate on execution, basically development. And people start to ask if we're closing our Canadian branch. So no, the US branch is an addition to the Canadian branch. The Canadian branch will continue to operate the same way that we did since 2013. And the US branch will just be an addition. We just have way too much work that we can handle in one area of the world, and we need to start a new area, and this is why we opened the US. Another question is, we're getting a lot, is if we are offering any type of a bundle for our courses. So after 3 years, yes, we have a bundle. And this bundle can be found on our Zoho CRM page. It's relatively new. So if you go to our Zoho CRM page, and I will also share a link, you will see the bundle right here. So we have one bundle for Zoho CRM and Zoho Forms, heavily reduced price, and also for everything that we generated until now, and also heavily discounted. And this is the bundle, and I'm going to share this link with you right now. And this is the link. So bundles are in. Zoho released a video about a few days ago about Zoho Blueprint 3, and therefore students started to ask, okay, if Zoho released version 3, why it's not on the course? So I have news for you. I released this video about 9 months ago. So the version number 3, I will also send you the link here as well. So I'm taking care of you guys, okay? So that was 9 months ago. So you have also a link to the Blueprint version 3 with all the cool stuff that it offers, all the additions, and you can watch it as well. And that's it, really. That's it. Okay, let's go start with the questions and answers. And Ellen is saying, good morning. Good morning to you too, sir. Good morning. Okay. Michael, let me open your mic, Michael. Just a second. So, Michael, your mic is on.
Afternoon, Leo. Nice to be chatting to you again.
Same here, my friend. How are you today?
Yeah, good, thank you. And I know we've got some appointments that I've managed to miss with you, and had some communication differences between us, but we're going to sort that out in the next week. Yeah, thank you very much.
Good. No problem.
Leo, quick question on my retail outlets. I would like to create one form that talks about different support areas, sort of, is it lighting, is it drainage? I want them to be able to create support tickets in the support system.
Okay.
But I would like to, not create 20 different forms for the different retail outlets. I would like to use one form that can pre-populate. In other words, use the web address or something like that to pre-populate the unit that's submitting the form, So I could, instead of creating 20 different forms with a field pre-populated, I'd like to pre-populate that field using the web address, if that's possible. So
wait, you have a form?
Yeah.
And the form's supposed to populate the web address based on what?
No. So what I'm trying to do is, let's say you create a form. I want to use that form in 20 different locations, right? And each location has got a retail location name. And I essentially don't want the staff to have to select from a drop-down which is their location name. I would like to pre-populate it for them somehow.
Yeah, so I will show you what can be done.
You follow what I'm...
Of course I am.
Yeah.
I'm just old. It takes me some time to understand.
Yeah, because you could get around it by...
Check it out.
By creating 20 forms.
Nah, let's make one. So I will have here, so let's say that this is the form. I will drop here another field. We'll even make it a hidden field. For now, well, let's make it visual so you can see it, right?
Okay.
Okay, so that will be location.
Yeah.
Okay. And that will be location A and location B.
Yeah.
Okay, and you have 20 of them. Until here, we're good?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. And in the settings, that's also, I don't know if you have my Zoho Forms course, but I'm teaching it there as well, this trick.
Okay.
And then we have the form alias, the field alias, and that will be based on the location. And let's just call it location. Until here, we're good?
Yep, absolutely.
I'm grabbing the share link, and if I will go there, the location will show me the location drop down, and then people need to select. Boring, right? We need something more
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
If we'll pipe at the end, I'm adding a question mark, and this is a way for you to add values or variables to the address.
Yeah.
I will have here the location, and the location was what I wrote there, and the location is A, for example. Okay. So
Got
when I will
you.
load the form and the location is A, it shows A.
Got you.
So every location, you just give them a different URL, but all of them go into the same form.
Could you have two of those? Could you have multiple ones? Multiple.
Of course, absolutely. So we're going here to the settings again. We're going to the field alias. We'll have one more contact name. Let's make it camel case, so people that are detailed will not be angry with me. Okay, and name.
Oh, you just use the and. Okay. Is equal to Leo. Oh, okay. Well, wow. Okay. Thank you so much, Leo.
No problem. Any other question, my friend?
That solved a real pain in my life. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Happy to hear it.
So hang
Have a
on.
good-
While we're there, could you pass that to CRM from there? From that form now?
Of course. So,
So,
in the
remember, I'm
integration-
pushing. Yeah, you see, I want to push it to a support ticket.
Yeah, so you go to Zoho Desk. You have
Yeah.
Zoho Desk for support, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so Zoho Desk. And in Zoho Desk,
Okay.
you have here the portal, the tickets, map the information.
Yes.
And there you go.
Okay.
Easy.
And at that point, so you can only then push it to one place. You can't push it to both the CRM and to desk.
One. What
Anyone.
else you can do? You can push it, for example, to, let's see if there is a Zoho flow. CRM begins sales IQ, campaigns, sign projects, recruit, sheets, webhooks. Perfect. So you can shoot it to a webhook, and the webhook will be Zoho flow.
Yes,
And
got
in
you.
Zoho flow,
You would push it to CRM.
I will push it to everything. So I'm going a bit nuts
Okay.
here. So form to world. Here I will have command flow, move. Good. So I will have here a web. I will have here a webhook. The webhook is the receiver, so that what will be here.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then from here, I can push it to Zoho CRM. Okay, for example, create or update a contact. And after that, one step after, I will push it to Zoho Desk. And so on and so on. So I can create
Okay.
create whatever you
That's
want, one after the other.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Leo. That
No.
works wonderful for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Okay, let's continue. Good. Next will be Alan. Good morning, Alan. Your mic is open.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you, especially after that 200-meter run by Andre de Grasse a few minutes ago.
He won?
He won the gold medal. Yes, finally. Yep. I've got several questions, Lior, and thank you for getting back to me on your chat back and forth, so you have an idea of some of this. I've got a real basic one to start off with in CRM.
Okay.
That tends to be leads and contacts and accounts for people that we're hoping to do business with. What do you recommend for all the other people that you deal with? You know, my lawyer and my accountant and all of those external people tend to be in other lists or other apps and so forth. Is there any way to incorporate that directly into CRM, or do you recommend that?
So what do you want to do with them? Just to have them as contacts in the system?
Yes, exactly. Just so that if I'm in CRM, I don't want to have to pop out to go and find their tombstone information and generate an email from somewhere else and that type of thing.
Very good. And do you have, when you're selling products, are you involving them in those transactions?
These other leads, not necessarily. No, they would not be involved in typically in the marketing side. So this is like my telephone directory and all of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I can go there, but I didn't know if there was a way to link those or whether you should bring them into a CRM or not.
Very good question. So in the system, you have your contacts, and your contacts, think about it like a contact book. Those will be people. Lots of people are making mistakes and they think that the contact's supposed to have the deal information, how much money. Imagine that the contact is only a phone book. That's it, nothing more than that. You will have here the phone number, the email, maybe the address. That's it, basic information.
Right.
The contact, because it's a person, it might be an account, which means someone that pays you money, or it can be a vendor, someone that you pay. So the account will be money coming in, you earn money, a vendor, someone that you pay, money going out.
Okay.
We're good until here?
Yep. So I've got leads, I've got contacts in and out, and there are accounts, that's the companies that we deal with to market to.
Yes.
And there was one other you talked about, there's a deal where one of those leads becomes
but wait, let's stay on contacts for one more second.
Sure.
When you have a contact, you will have two fields is out of the box. One will be the account name. In this case, Leor Isaac ABR is one of my clients. Or it might be that this guy is actually a vendor. Leor Isaac works at Amazon and I am paying Amazon, so now it's a vendor.
Right.
So the contact can be both for vendors or for the accounts. So this is where you manage all of them, your lawyer, your accountant, all the people you're in contact with.
Thank you.
Make sense?
Yes, that's very nice.
Okay.
When a lead becomes a client or user, or however you define that,
Contact. It's a contact, right?
they go into the contact, and that
That's
falls
right.
into that same category. Okay, good.
Yeah, so people will be in two places in the CRM, leads or contacts. You don't have humans, people in other modules in the system, no custom modules, nothing like that. Always those two. And
Okay.
if it doesn't work for you for some reason, ask me the question, I will figure a solution for you.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have in the marketplace, you have tons of plugins that extend the functionality of CRM. When companies are creating those plugins, those extensions, they don't understand that there are sometimes more custom modules that humans involved. And therefore, they will build their functionality based on the default structure of Zoho. So if, for example, I have here the leads contacts and one more field, one more module named lawyers, if I will have, for example, a plugin, SMS plugin, the SMS plugin will work only on the leads and contacts. And therefore, you cannot send your lawyers a SMS and you're losing some functionality. So this is why I always try to recommend people to go with leads and contacts. Leads, it's the wannabe people that want to have business with you,
Yep.
but it's not there yet.
Yep.
And contacts, it's people that are more mature in the process or your existing clientele or vendors.
That helps me a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Can we go into the, this one's a lot more involved. I'm a software developer. We're getting ready to go live commercially in the next couple of months.
Perfect.
And Zoho and you have been instrumental in helping us along here. So we're going to have subscriptions, and I'm using the subscription module. for the software license. And we also are going to include add-ons. So there's some after license purchasing going on. And and I love the coupon feature as well. So on an individual basis, that looked straightforward. That's great, the way we got it set up. But we're going to have corporate accounts that are going to come to us, and they're going to say, we want to have 50 licenses. And we need to figure out a way for just going to that, whoever the decision maker is in the account, and saying, okay, it's time to sign them up for the first time or renew for these 50 licenses. And instead of each individual, well, let's deal with that one first. Okay.
But you're trying to determine when is the renewal?
No, not when. I want to be able to track who the 50 are that they are going to distribute their 50 licenses to. We need to know their email address and possibly some sort of an iCloud account or something of that nature for the software to get downloaded from.
Okay.
So there's, let's say there's those two pieces of information, but we wouldn't mind knowing, you know, their name as well, and we know they're associated with the company. So we need to know what the workflow is back and forth. I'm sure that this can do it, but
there are a few ways to do it.
Okay.
I will show you the different options. You will decide if it's a good or bad way. Okay. So option number one, no more subforms. Let me see if there is a subform here. Yeah, let's kill that. So one option will be a subform, and we'll call it
Type like I do.
Licenses, and here I will have a lookup field. And where is my lookup? I don't have more lookups. Yeah, there is a lookup. So I will have a lookup. Oh, yeah. So what that will be the contact, and you will be shocked, but it's going to the contacts, right? Because people in the contacts.
Right.
Okay. Then you can have here a pick list. I don't know, license type, and you will have here the A version, the B version, whatever.
Yep.
And you can have an amount. 1 second. Currency field. And as you can see, I can just build more and more. You have, I think, seven or eight, I think 7 fields you can have in a subform.
Okay.
The way that it will work is that you will go to a specific deal. You go to the edit, and now you start to load more people. So that's not the one, this is the one. So let's say that this guy bought the A for $44. This guy bought the B, $50, whatever. And then you have everything. If you want, you can also have formulas that's calculating based on the number of units and calculating the amounts. Everything can be done.
Okay.
This is option number one. Option number two is to create another module, and that will be a custom module. And what I'm showing you, everything is recorded, will be on YouTube, so you can pick it up there, because I'm drowning you with information here.
Well, I'm screen recording this as well, because it's important.
Come on. Good. Okay, so here, let me just
So just before you go for a little further, so there were two thoughts of how this would work for us. One was we have a subscription that goes just to the account and say you owe us $450 or whatever X number per year and quarterly, whatever. And we just send the, and the system just sends them one invoice. They manage who's going to go into those 50 slots. And somehow we have some sort of a hook to find out who they're putting in or taking out and letting them manage that part of it. It looks like you're going down the route with that, at least that previous example, is that we have the account in subscriptions, and there's this custom form that will allow the individuals, the 50 people, to come in and log themselves in or acquire one of the accounts and do it that way.
I don't know subscription that good. I'm not dealing with the finance suite. I can tell you what I know based on Zoho CRM.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Zoho CRM and the other like 50 applications. Zoho Finance, I leave it to accountants and people that are more in the money side.
Okay.
So another option is to create another module. This module will have the name of the person, the email, whatever you want, or you can just have a lookup back to the contacts. And there you will have, you see a multi-select lookup.
Right.
Okay. And then you can link it back to the contacts. So you can have multiple contacts assigned to one license, right?
Okay.
So you can play with it. There are multiple options that you can do it. If you already have a way to bring in the people, probably you can also have a Zoho form. The Zoho form can shoot the people back into the system. Or I have also some clients that are using one Zoho form and there is a sub form on the form. So it's one form that's saying, let's say LG's Windows 10 licenses. And then there is a sub form with all the people that are going to use those licenses.
Okay. And could the person that runs that account in the company, are they accessing and filling that?
Yes.
For
so
us?
they're correct. So they are filling the form. So let's say your account. So you have here the name of the person, all the crap, right?
Yep.
And you have one more, and that's a sub form. And the sub form that you will have here will have all the information of the people. So he's loading all of them. Once he's submitting that, it's feeding Zoho CRM. In Zoho CRM, you will have all those people, and from that, it can generate automatically a subscription.
Perfect. Oh, that's so.
That's probably what you want. This is probably the solution for you.
I think that that's going to be the one.
Yeah.
If you can permit me, I've got a couple other ones in here.
I have more people, so let's go back to them. And if there is more time, we'll go back to you. Is that okay?
That's great. But that was the big one. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. So Killian, your mic is open.
Hi, Lior. Can you hear me?
How are you, sir? It's Lior.
Lior, sorry, Lior.
That's right.
Sorry.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. It's actually evening over here in Germany. I have actually two questions. One regarding Zoho CRM.
Okay.
You were talking about converting leads into contacts and accounts, and you involved on the vendor aspect of the system. We do have B2B and B2C customers, and the question now is, should we, when we convert a lead into a contact, also create an account for a private person? Or
Yeah,
should
so
we, or
you
how
have a
should we
great
deal-
question.
Or how should we deal with the B2C aspect?
You have a great question. Because you're from Germany and German people are very detailed and do things in the right way, we'll teach you the right way.
Yeah, that's why I joined you, to learn from the best.
No, not the best, but there is a way to do it in the right way. So the account, think about it as a container. So it's not really a company. It's just a container. And when I have a new lead, if the lead will be a B2B in the account name, let me log out from this version. It will make more sense when you will see it. Let's go to user 8. User 8 will make more sense. Okay. So in this case, you see here, we have the account name, right? The account name, it will be or the family name of the person or the account name. So if, for example, this is an individual and the person name is Tom Holland, the account will be the Holland family. And then when I will convert it, Tom Holland will be in a bucket in the account of the Holland family. And then if you have also his wife, his kids, everybody will be in the same bucket. Okay? This is the right way, because now you have one way that your system works. You always have contacts and accounts. Some people, they're a bit lazy, which also it's okay, but not great. And B2B, they will use the account name, and the account name will have the company. But if it's individual, they will leave it empty. And therefore, you have some contacts with no accounts, and sometimes you will run out into small issues. It's not a big thing, but it's better to make it in the right way.
Thank you. In that regards, how should we name those accounts then? Because obviously Germany has the same issue as the US, meaning half the country has 100 last names. So for us, a John Smith, to stay to English terminology, we would have probably 100 or 200 John Smiths as B2C customers. But if we name them the Smith family as the account name, we have it's not the right match.
You can play with it. You can assign date. You can assign the name of the person, the full name. You can have dash his email address, phone number. You can go creative, right?
Or is it an idea to just have the customer ID that we have from our ERP system to make that the account name, regardless if it is? Okay, so it's
just a container.
Okay, so we can give it a number, a 6-digit number, and then if it's B2B or B2C, we don't care here in the contact, because the attribution, it's a private customer, will lie in the account container. Correct. And there we can decide it's a private or a corporate client.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, one thing: are you going to use Zoho Books in the future?
No, because we have a lot more financial requirements in Germany. I don't think that is a feasible option at the moment.
Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah, thank you a lot for in that aspect. The second question actually arises to, as I learned your weak point, Zoho Recruit. And in there is something called a hiring pipeline, which is something like the stages are being sorted similar to this elite status in CRM. And
that's right.
I actually want to get rid of it, because I see no use for us. Can I get rid of this hiring pipeline and just have the same logic as in the CRM?
I think you can create. I'm not sure. Again, we're going to the same place that I don't know Zoho Recruit so much.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you know, it's all good. Look, if I can help, I will try to help you. I don't have Zoho Recruit here. So look, I think that the recruiting pipeline is just a blueprint. Just try to see if you can go back to settings, blueprints, and try to deactivate it.
Okay. Okay,
So
yeah.
see, that's probably because Zoho works in the same way across all their platforms. And when you have some kind of a step-by-step approach, usually it's coming from the blueprints, but check it out.
Okay, perfect.
I might be wrong, but worth checking.
Yeah, well, I'll try, and if word comes to words, I'll just participate next week and ask again.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you, Liar,
Thank you.
and have a great day.
You too. Thanks. Bye-bye. Anna, your mic is open if you like to talk. And meanwhile, I will read your question. How to change the top green bar with the departments. I assume you're talking about this bar. I'm a realtor and I need to customize in my own way. Leads, tasks, new lead, new. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay. So, Anna, I think you're coming from a different CRM that works in a little bit in a different way than what Zoho is working with. So with Zoho, the top navigation is built from modules. And if, for example, you're talking about hot leads and neutral leads and so on, all those will be inside the module. So if you click on the leads, you will have here different leads. And here you can create a view, and the view can be, for example, all the hot leads. So you create a view, we'll call it, for example, hot leads. And for example, if the status will be contacted, for example, then I can determine that those are hot leads. And then when you will go to this view, you can see all the hot leads. So that's one. Number two, if you like to customize the top navigation, there is a way to do it. I don't remember how to do it. There was here a button, maybe it's here now. No, component. No. If someone remembers how to update this area, they used to be in the old view, there used to be a button. I don't see it anymore. But if someone remembers how to do it, if you shoot it in the chat, it will really help me. Anyway, you can update this top navigation. I just don't remember how. You can check with Zoho support, because I don't remember how to do it in the new view. Sorry about it. Okay, let's go to Raven. Raven, I will open your mic. Okay, Raven, your mic is open.
Hi, Leo. Good morning. How are you?
Good, sir. How are you today?
I am fine as well. Thank you. So my question is related to Zoho CRM.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we send a customer a message, like we would send an email requesting, okay, can you send your bank statement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have to keep following up when they don't send it. Is there a rule in CRM that we could send the email from CRM stating, okay, we want your bank statement, we want this document. And if we don't receive it within, let's say, 2 weeks, we send an email, hi, we're just following up. Can you just give us an update when we can get this document? And if they don't send it again, it should have rules to, you just keep following up until the information is received.
Yes, there are few things that you can do, and it's a very good question that lots of people are asking. So let's say that I'm going to this guy, and here I will go to click on send an email. Okay, I will send him an email for requesting for the statement. This is option number one. If you want to have some kind of automation around it, because the idea is that if you send Luis a request for the statement, there is a good chance that he will not send it because people are just overwhelmed and busy. And then you need to have some kind of a drip campaign that sends 3 or 4 or 5 emails 3 days apart that's saying, hey, Luis, I sent you an email 2 days ago, they never got a response. please send me the statements. Without it, I cannot proceed with my work, blah, blah, blah. There is a way to create some kind of automation. So here you will have a button on the top. It will say, for example, send statement request. When you click on it, first of all, it will send an email to Luis saying, please send me the statements, until the point that Luis replying with the statement, he will continue getting requests to send the statement. Okay, and this is something that the developer will need to help you with. It involves some scripting and some workflows, but that's absolutely something that can be done. Yes.
Excellent.
Okay. If you want to make it a little bit more manual, probably you can get away without a developer. So after you're sending the email in a manual way, you will have here a field, and the field will be a datetime field. Let me just drop here something for you. Okay, we'll have here some kind of a datetime, and we'll call it start for statements. And once you are sending the email, you will need to feed here the time. And then from the other side, you will have a workflow that is checking 3 days after the start rip time. But if someone replies to you and is answering and giving you the statements, you will need to delete the field data. So you have lots of manual work involved. This is why I think it's defeating the purpose of having automation.
Yeah, I understand that makes sense. But even though I understand you'll have to come back and change that field if you put like the date, but is it possible to have like a field as well stating that, okay, information received, so it will stop with just a drop down? Or
can you repeat?
Is it possible that when you create the workflow, instead of putting like the date field, could it have a field to say, well, okay, information received. So if the workflow checks that field and see, okay, information received, it will not send that follow-up email?
Yes, you can do it like that. You can do a checkbox. So when you're creating the workflow, I think on the opportunities, I have a date field. That will trigger based on something. Again, I don't know. Let's say it will be okay, let's say 1 hour after this date field. And then you can condition here this checkbox. So you're saying, for example, I don't have this field here, but let's grab something else. Okay, so you're sending this email only if the condition actually takes place.
Okay, yes, that makes a lot of sense.
If it's received, it will not send it anymore. It will skip it.
It will skip it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess this field, you can always reuse it in the future. If you need to send it back again, it will already be there.
Yeah, as long as this field that is here will be reset to a different date. You're an accounting firm, I assume.
Yeah, accounting and taxation, correct.
Yeah, we just finished a system, same like that, to request for the statements and to ask for the backups, the receipts, and so on. So yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I really appreciate the answer, because in this industry, normally people, you get a lot of videos on CRM with regards to the sales part, you know, and for the accountant, we really want support with clients, follow-ups, you know, those things.
Yeah, when you work on the monthly bookkeeping cycle, so you need to be in a position that every employee in your company is doing a good job and requesting the statements and the backups so the account can be reconciled end of the month, right?
Correct.
Yeah, Yeah, we built a huge system this month, so I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you absolutely need to go this way. Otherwise, it's every employee is doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, and when you grow, it's difficult to follow up on everyone.
Yeah,
To
small
request
is
now.
easy. Bigger is more difficult.
It is. Well, thank you so much for this demonstration. I really appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Raven. Have a beautiful day.
Same to you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's very good. And let's see. So Basil and also Oscar are helping us with the question about that. So let's see. So they're saying to go to the setup and go to the modules and fields. Go to the organized modules. Yeah, but that will just remove them completely. So let's see the other option, personal settings. So general personal settings, and then the theme. So that will control the color, but it will not control the, what I'm trying to do here, there was in the old version, there was a way to control what I can see here without removing it from the organized modules. So there was here a small button that you was able to change the tabs that you see on the top. So for example, if I'm right now doing my sales, I can drop down and click on the sales, and that will be changed. And when I'm doing customer service, I can click on customer service, and those links will change based on the customer service. I don't see it anymore, this option. I have no idea. It's worth checking with Zoho. I will check it out. We'll come back to you next week. Also, last week, I think it was Cody, he asked regarding the speed, and most of you said that there is a problem with the Zoho speed. And I went to Zoho, and eventually they said that they had some kind of a failure in the system for a small period of time. They sent me a full log of when it happened, which areas of the world it affected, and now it should be okay. If there are any more issues, just let me know. I will reopen the ticket with Zoho and will continue to investigate it a bit more. Let's see. Killian has one more question. Let's go to Killian.
Thank you for taking this next question.
Of course.
As written, it regards the call integration in the CRM system. Meaning one aspect of this is outbound, being able to call a customer, but more often than not, you don't reach them. So you either call them again and you have miss one, miss two, miss three, and so on and so forth. Or it happens now and then that they actually call back. And when they call back on the number, we have a group number because we have hot seating and various people working there. But is it possible for an inbound call with the calling number that being routed in our system to actually do a lookup on the Zoho system? Who called this person, so that we can answer and say, yes, Mr. XYZ tried calling you and he's currently on the phone, or let me forward you to him. Is that possible? Do you understand? Did you understand?
Not sure I understand.
Okay, you have a team of 10 people sitting in a call center setup, all calling with the number 100 in the end.
Yes.
And you didn't reach person A, and now person A is calling you back on the 100. So anyone out of the 10 is picking up the phone.
That's right.
And saying, yeah, how can I help you? But it's then he's saying, hey, I'm this person, I have this and that. You have to ask a few questions to actually know who this person is, what's the customer. And I wondered if there's a better way for us to have a pop-up saying, this is the number of this client, and Mike tried calling him.
Absolutely. So let's take a this record as an example. So Tom just called and he's talking to me, but you are the one that he's supposed to talk to. Okay?
Yes.
Is that making sense? So Tom
Yeah,
is
that-
calling the 100 number, which is me. I picked up, I'm one of the 10, but you are the lead owner. You're in charge of this person.
Yeah.
Until here, we're good?
Yeah, until I'm happy, yeah.
Okay. The next follow-up, I will put it for today. So let's say right now. In the comments, I will write, okay, Tom called and he was looking for you. Now, when the time will come, so let's say August 4th at 1 p.m., in my time, it will be, let's say, in 2 hours. And of course, I can, actually, it's a.m. So let's make it 11:30 a.m. in 1 hour. When this time will come, I can run a click message, and the click message will send the owner of the lead this message. Or I can do it immediately. I can just set the time right now. So this is a workflow that can be created using Zoho Click, and then there is a pop-up to this person, and he just getting it immediately. So you can use the same system for any notification, following up with a lead, call, event, task, anything. You can use the Zoho Click trick.
Mhm. Okay. But this means I have to search for the lead, find it, open it, and then add this information, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, how can you do it? Right?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I have an inbound phone number. The inbound phone number is the same phone number here, and basically, my ideal world would be I have this number calling me. I'm picking up the lead.
Which phone system do you use?
Yeah, we have one from Systrix, and for the Zoho integration, we actually want to use Twilio to have the most flexibility in that regards. So I would have the inbound phone number and could relate that to the lead contact account or whatever. So open up the proper record, and there see somewhere, okay, Mike tried calling him 5 minutes ago. Now he is on the phone. Let me forward you to Mike. That's basically the problem.
I will tell you what you can do. The dialer that you are going to use need to have some kind of a disposition. A disposition will be a drop down.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say you have this dialer, you select the disposition, no answer, and then there will be a script in the background that based on the phone number, it will automatically recognize that this is Tom, and based on the disposition, it knows that Leo need to get a message that Tom called and there was no answer.
So you would do it through the dialer and not through the CRM?
If you want the easiest way in the world, that will be probably using the dialer, because no one needs to do anything. You just need to, in the disposition, need to call back. That's it. And then the person gets a notification.
Okay. Yeah, easy sounds good to me at the moment, because there's a lot of other things we need to fix and solve and do to actually get Zoho off the ground, and the basic things we want to do on our own, and the rest needs to be custom programmed anyways with a developer. So dialer sounds good.
Most of the time, about 50 to 80% can be done in-house using our courses, and that's the majority of the cases. The rest of the 30% or 50% can take you months to get there. Probably you can use us or a different partner, it doesn't really matter, but use someone for those things. So in parallel, while you're building your system, there will be someone that is ramping up the other part so you can be up and running. The cost of not being live with the good system is by far exceeding the money that you will pay to a developer. It's just not worth it.
I totally agree. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to build all this on my own. I basically just try to get the requirements and the feature that for our version 1 cleared out and have that more or less simple and feasible in our stack. And as soon as that is done, I actually want to approach you or some other servicer who can work with us. Obviously, with you, we have to do it in English. But in the end, we don't want to do it on our own. We have thousands of customers and way too much work with our operations. So we rather have a professional who is doing the work for us and actually presents us the best practices, especially when it comes to automation. And all this automation aspect with blueprints, workflows, and the integrations with webhooks and so on and so forth that you can do in Zoho is great, but you need someone who knows how to deal with the handovers and how to deal with the quality assurance in that regards.
Yep. Okay, and Oscar just gave us the solution. So the tab groups, so those groups will be here. So we're going to settings, modules and fields, and then tab groups. This is where it is, and you can create a new group and you can select which modules will show up on the top, and then you will be able to cycle between them. So Oscar, thank you very, very much. You helped me a lot. Okay, very good. So Killian, thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you.
And guys, thank you very, very much for being with me today. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.